one is an initiative that I just really, from the time I arrived, I always thought about what possibilities can we do beyond a classroom, beyond a K-12 education. And I remember my first year sitting with an executive coach and him asking me my vision. And my vision is for every student to graduate with a high school diploma and a second credential. He said, what does that look like? I said, I want them to walk across stages of colleges and be able to go into a workplace. I said, it's kind of about the 3 E's, employed, enlisted, or enrolled. That's the goal, every student. So as you see on that banner over there, I'll give you one visual. That's our students that walked across the Iowa Western stage this year before they walked across to ours. We had 107 seniors, and we added 10 more juniors that earned their associates before they graduated. Some of them earned an associate with applied science. We had 596, here we go, 596 seniors that graduated. And of those 596, 81% this year graduated with a second credential. So we call it leveling up for our students. And so we had 73, I can't tell that, 73% my first year, last year, and then we got to 81%. We have goals. What really excited me about Council-Bluffs when I transitioned is when I researched Council-Bluffs, a statement they had was making post-secondary inescapable for all students. And I thought, oh my God, that lines up with my vision. Because the school I came from was a large urban district, and we were in the process of moving into the pathways, and J.E. Dunn had really partnered with me. And I had a community college that allowed me to put 100 into an early college academy. I don't know who's running my clicker, but here we go. And so Diploma Plus Ones are providing our students ways to achieve more before they graduate. This is the guiding question I always ask, either employers, educators, college, is why make students wait? If our students can do more before they graduate, I'm now saving them from student debt. I'm providing them that jump street because of the articulation we have with our community colleges to our universities and other four-year institutes, that they're going in as a junior or at least a second semester sophomore. So we provide pathways and opportunities for our students to achieve more, and you're going to hear from 3 students that are in those pathways in just a few minutes. Go ahead. So this is what we look like. This is our infographic that explains it. You see the pathways and opportunities at the top. To our far left, you'll see the college-bound pathways, and to our far right, you'll see our career-ready pathways. And I think, well, we had postcards, and I'm seeing that they didn't bring them, but we've created what we call a postcard, because that is an Aspire, and our Iowa West Foundation used to fund what we call Potawatomi Promise. So I started out on this endeavor, and because of the reimbursement we received from the state, about 50% for CE and the Gen Ed, and about a 0.7 to a 0.75 in the CTE courses. I'm funding it alone, right? Districts, boards bought in, here we go. Boards seeing numbers creep up and thinking, Murillo, how are you gonna continue to afford this program? And so Iowa West Foundation has shifted from Pot Promise to Aspire. And this year they put in $280,000 to the program with the goal for them that they'll soon fund me at $500,000. And this is guaranteeing that all our students have this opportunity. And when you see early college at the top, that is competitive. And that is where our students apply for that. They're on the campus for 2 years, full time. They never come back to a high school. They graduate with an associate's degree or an associate's with applied science. And many of our students, we have Questwood scholarships come through. Last year we had our first GATE scholarship, that recipient, and just excited about the work. Our kids still are coded to their high schools, which means then they can still participate in the extra and co-curricular activities. College credit acceleration, that's for our students that just want that traditional high school experience, but they want to achieve that associate's degree. We all push them, excuse me, they get in that pathway to at least earn their freshman year. So they go through that, it's all lined up, it's strategically set in their graduation plan as they decide on their pathway. The career and academic pathway, that kind of goes both ways. It's college bound, and it's also then on the other side. And then TradeWorks is one that I went after a retired brain surgeon who wife really loved and had a passion for kids that didn't connect to college. He gave me $1.4 million to create TradeWorks. Ben Rossick is his name. to at Thomas Jefferson High School and AL. We got Google to partner with us, Iowa West Foundation partnered with us. We built these 2 trade works. Our kids get 5 experiences as a freshman: electric, plumbing, HVAC, construction, auto diesel. Their sophomore year, they do 3. Now what's my passion? Their junior and senior year, bam, they're out on the Iowa Western campus, and now they're completing as a junior, senior, and by their senior year, we expect them in apprenticeship programs moving that direction. They've got their passion, they've got their pathway. So that's one of the areas. And I'm going quickly because I know we're behind. So that's how we break it out with the college bound. Go ahead. That's how we break it out for the career readiness. Our children start hearing about Diploma +1 elementary. We have what we call a diploma, on track to Diploma +1, and we have data measures that we share at parent-teacher conferences. So my first year, I had a parent call and say, somebody told me my kid was not on track. My kid is on track. And I said, okay, what's the conditions that we're looking at? We expect them to be here every day. So if your child's not coming to school, they're not on track. And then as we move into our middle school and high school, we're really now, and we were IB. Before I got here, we have 2 really great IB elementary, but our middle schools just never took off. And so this year, we are redesigning our middle schools to provide explorations classes for our students to figure out what type of pathway they want to be in, and we're really tracking the transition and providing those summer activities, especially for 8th grade moving into 9th. So this is kind of what our students earn as they go through. You might be wondering, well, what do the credentials look like? And so as you can see in TradeWorks, they earn this. As a 9th grade, they earn their OSHA 10. We know to be on a site, they've got to have that safety and security and pass those courses right there where the employers feel safe. And then you can see the associates, TradeWorks, college credit, career and academic. And then we have what we call market value assets. And that far left shows you, these are the things that we really want, not only our students, and we have several students that will achieve more than 1 credential, but we also want to make sure that as they're putting together their resume, as they're applying for college, scholarships, as they're applying for work, that they have things that they can put on their resume that adds value. My goal is to see our children graduating with opportunities into a living wage and not an entry wage. I want them to be able to walk out prepared. If they want to go straight into a career, you bet. I want that door open for them. They want to get into a college, I want them to be ready. I want them to be able to be completers of that pathway they choose there. And I want to cut down on the student debt. I don't want our kids to think they can't achieve. Many of you met Stacy outside. Stacy will tell you, I was fearful about college because I didn't know how my mom could pay for it. And we have her in a video that I'm going to release. I'm going to have someone send it for me so you can kind of hear Stacy's story. But she is our first. She was the one that I was talking about that's our first apprenticeship in the state of Iowa for early childhood.
Who's eligible to do early college?
Anyone? Okay, yes. No, you have to start your junior, senior year. Okay. So it is a application process, and then they do interviews, and then they're selected. And I have 25 seats. We have 2 cohorts, okay. So there's always a senior. So it's 50 and 50. I'm sorry, 25 and 25 for 50 on the campus. Okay. In my last district, I had 100. I haven't found the funding yet. Sure. But if I had funding, because we have about 78 to 82, I think, applications last year for 25 seats. So the kids are ready and want to be a part. We just have to find the funding for it.
They're on that campus, though?
Full-time.
Full-time.
Yeah, and all of the students, when you see the TradeWorks at Iowa Western and these, the kids are on that campus either half-day or full-time. Yeah, and some of these classes are in the evening, and some of them they have to commit to summer, and they commit because they want those opportunities. This is real world, and they are really digging in and getting excited about the pathways.
How do you deal with transportation issues for some of the kids that can't get here?
I run buses. You bet. We transport. If I'm going to provide opportunities, I've got to remove every obstacle in their pathway because it's important to me that when they graduate, they're ready for those 3 E's. And they have. I used to be a high school principal in another state. And what would kill me is when you'd say, "What are you doing, John? What are you going to do after graduation?" I don't know. They're going to know. They got to know. And so it really becomes about that graduation plan. It really becomes about our counselors being intentional, our grad coaches being intentional, our administration being intentional. This is not something you throw up and hope. This is something, and we've been building this though since 2018. So 2018, I've been building this, and with a team that has just really done the work. I invest also in Iowa Western. I have a full-time CTE coordinator. Kathy is standing here. We've got a full-time counselor that's on that campus. I have a full-time coordinator for the Early College Academy. I have, I'm missing somebody, and a work-based learning coordinator. And it is important to us that if I'm gonna put that many, any day I can have over 300 students on that campus. And so if I've got 300 juniors and seniors running around with college kids, I got eyes on it. And we're tracking, we follow, we watch midterms. Every time a kid gets accepted into a college, Dr. Spencer Matthews throws a banner up on the wall. We list it out. We show them where they're going. It's an excitement. It's something that's going to change the face of Council Bluffs as we provide these opportunities for our students to achieve more.